everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. It's Saturday morning. I am about to try out a new foundation and I thought that I would film it for you and see how it wears and stuff like that. So a few weeks ago now actually, I bought the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear foundation. This has been out for a long time now, hasn't it? I still haven't tried it, but since it first came out I've always wanted to try it. I got the shade 120. I have a feeling, look at this, that it's going to be too pale for me. I looked at pictures online and then also went into YouTube and searched for people who were using 120 on their faces, and they looked like they had a similar skin tone to me. I do think this might be too pale, but we will see. I'm really intrigued though to see what the finish is like and to see what the coverage is like as well. I normally, every day, use this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. However, like, this is very light. It also has like a light to medium coverage. It's not like super loads of coverage, which again I quite like. However, sometimes I want a little bit more. And when I'm going on like, I don't know, a night out or something, I don't have like a good staple like foundation for the evenings that's going to last all night. I just use this, which is okay, but yeah, I just want to try more foundations, so I got this. This is like a little sample size that came from Boots. Let's check how much is in there. 12ml, and I think it cost me £13. And a full size is going to be, I don't know what, in its 20s. I don't actually know. So yeah, I'm excited to try it and see what it's like. I'm going to try it on this morning, leave it on all day, and check in with you at the end of the day, see what it's like. Today I'm only like staying at home. I'm doing uni work. So nothing like too, you know, strenuous. I'm not going out, I'm not working and like going between places and stuff like that. But we'll see how well it lasts. So I've already primed my face. I decided today that I would do like my more mattifying primer, because I want to see how long this lasts without getting like really oily, whether it stays matte. I've used the Milani No Pore Zone mattifying primer on like my T-zone, and then I usually go in with something like a bit lighter or dewier on my cheeks, and I've gone for the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow on my cheeks. Normally, it depends. Normally if I was having a day at home, the primer I'd use would be just something random, because I don't really care about like being oily and stuff when I'm just at home. But yeah, this is normally kind of what I wear, what I prime my face with. So I'm going to, I've got a spot here, so I'm actually going to put some green colour corrector on that first. And actually around my nose. Please let me know down below if you've tried this Fenty foundation before. I would love to know what you thought of it. I see it hyped up a lot. And yeah, I've wanted to try it ever since it came out. I think with foundations as well, there's such a worry that you're going to order something online and it's going to be completely the wrong colour. So going for like a full size foundation, it's not really something I was willing to risk. When I colour correct, I always leave it so that there's still like a bit of colour on there, because that's what we want. Some people just like blend it out till there's nothing there, but then it's like, what's the point in using colour? Okay, so I'm going to pop the foundation on. I'm going to use a Real Techniques complexion sponge to kind of buff it out, because that's what I use with my Maybelline one. This already feels like a little bit thicker on the fingers. I probably don't need so much, do I? I don't know. I always kind of dot it across my face and then blend it in. But I know some foundations actually kind of dry up really fast, don't they? So this isn't the best thing to do. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, we'll start with this. Normally, if I was using my Maybelline one, I'd put a bit more like on my forehead and probably a bit more on my eyelids. But let's see. I'm intrigued. Okay, you know what? That doesn't look bad at all. In the camera, I definitely look paler than I look in real life. So I put less on than I would of the Maybelline one, and I can already tell that this has more coverage than the Maybelline one. Now, because of my spot and stuff, I'm going to put a little bit extra over here, and then I'll kind of match it there, and maybe a bit more on my chin. And blend that out. It's a lot lighter than I thought it would be, and it looks lighter as well. It has definitely given me more coverage overall, but it doesn't actually look like I've got loads of foundation on my face. It's got a little bit dry where I've got some spots and stuff on my chin. Okay, I mean, normally, sometimes that happens with my other foundation anyway. Normally I just pop some like concealer over the top of it and it's usually fine. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think already I feel really quite impressed with this. And also the colour really isn't that bad. I could maybe go like a shade darker, especially as we're going into summer. But I think this would be really good for winter. Okay, I have like a closer look. I've got it on my lips. So it's gone like a little bit dry here. I'm not really sure if you'll be able to tell. But overall, I feel like it's still quite good. It's not a really high coverage, and I did think that it would be really high coverage and like this spot would just be gone. But I also thought it would just... The thing with high coverage is that it can not look like your skin, and then it just looks like you've got like loads of foundation on, and that's not what I like. So because I thought this foundation would almost be like that, and it's actually not, I'm really surprised. It definitely has more coverage than the Maybelline one. But yeah, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, check in with you. I am quite surprised at how the light's catching it. It looks a little bit glowy, and I know they say it's soft matte, don't they? I'll check in with you in a sec. Okay, makeup is all done now. Overall, I actually think this does look really nice. Oh, I'm blocking the light. Yeah, it's not like full coverage, you know, I've still got a spot here and stuff that you can kind of see, but it is covered more and better than my Maybelline foundation covers. Okay, and then I've brought you into my lounge, just into like more natural lighting, as with the soft light, even though it's a soft light, it's still very intense. And when I've got a pale face and I'm putting foundation on and it's very light, it almost just like, I swear, reflects the light. So yeah, this is me in natural lighting with the Fenty foundation on. I feel like it looks really good actually. So yeah, and actually a decent colour as well, in my opinion. Now I feel like I've got two foundations on my wish list already. The Charlotte Tilbury Magic foundation I tried during lockdown and liked that. And this I'm quite liking as well. So yeah, I'm gonna go on with my day and I will catch up with you in a bit. Okay, it's now 1 AM. I'm in my bathroom and I figured if I stand here you can see how like oily my face is at the moment. You know, it's been 13 hours. After about 7 hours was when I first noticed it getting like a little bit oily on my chin and around my nose and a little bit on my forehead. I think 7 hours is a decent amount of time. Like, that's nearly a whole working day. Usually with my other foundation, by the time I finish a working day, I am quite oily anyway. So like, it's nothing new to me. So I actually feel like it's lasted really well. As like a foundation, coverage and stuff, I still feel like it looks really good. And you know, I've eaten and stuff like that today. I'm just gonna look in the mirror. Hello. For me, it's definitely oxidized on my face. It started to separate a bit on my chin and just around my mouth. I don't know if you'll be able to see it all. I don't know. My camera is quite bad. It's quite an old camera and the focus on it just goes sometimes, and the lighting goes funny as well with it sometimes. I need a new camera. so I can't do any like super close-up shots and stuff like that. However, like, you know, if I just pop some powder on here, I feel like it'd be alright, and it would still look good. Yeah, it hasn't separated around my nose at all, which is good. Just like on my chin and around my mouth. Overall, I feel like it still looks like a good amount of coverage, which I'm pleased by. And I like the colour, so it did seem a bit pale, seemed to oxidize a little bit, and when I powdered and stuff it looked like a decent shade. So that's good, 120. I remember though, when I was watching reviews, a couple of people said it oxidized as well. So I guess it's kind of good that it looked really pale in the tube. Yeah, I feel like this is actually quite a decent foundation. Let me know if you've tried it before, what you thought. Let me know what you think looking at all these clips. It's 13 hours and I was always going to get oily at the end of it. So it hasn't kept me super matte, but it's definitely kept me matte for as long as my Maybelline one has, if not longer, to be fair, and had more coverage. So I feel like that's really good. What I might do is wear it for a work day and like go into the office, look at myself in the office toilet mirrors and just stuff like that, and like in my car mirror, places I normally look throughout the day, and see if my face looks any different. But yeah, overall I think it was actually a nice foundation, but it's gone 1 AM. I want to take this off and get into bed. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next weekend, hopefully, in my next one. I've got some uni stuff due in on the 12th of July, which I'm trying to focus on, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.